Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to do a quick look inside of this knife. This is the Kizer Domin 2. Evidently this is the second version. I don't know anything about the first version. I saw this knife on a video of a guy, I love them knives, and he was showing it, and I don't know what it was about it, kind of the blade shape I guess really drew me to it. And then when I got it, I was just amazed. I mean, the action on this knife is sick. So, and it doesn't really need to be taken apart and cleaned. Well, maybe it does a little bit, but mostly I just wanted to show you inside and we can get a look inside this knife because this is a fantastic knife. There will be a review of it probably later, probably my next video, and we'll talk more about it. But this thing is amazing, and I'm not even sure, like, for the price point, I think this knife goes for about 60 bucks. I'm not sure how they get this action so amazing. So, and this is the natural green micarta version, but as you can see, I've carried it a lot, and so the natural oils of my skin and such have slowly but surely patinaed it. So pretty cool. So let's start out with some of the tools I'll be using. These are Snap-on Torx drivers. I got them given to me as a gift. I didn't pay for them. I wouldn't pay $70 for a set of Torx drivers, but someone gave them to me, so why not? And then I have some Vibratite, which is like Loctite, but it stays in kind of a gelatinous form. It's not liquid, so it doesn't run everywhere. It makes it really easy to apply. And then I know a lot of you guys know this stuff. This is KPL pivot lube. And then this stuff, EDCI formula for rust resistance, because this is a 154 cm blade and I do live and work near salt water, and 154 where I live will rust. The term is stainless, so not rust proof. So let's take it apart and see what's going on inside there. The pivot is a T8. So I like to start with the pivot first myself. And I'm pretty sure it's got a D-shaped pivot, so it only needs one tool, which is really nice. And then, sorry, I got everything on the wrong side. I'm right-handed and I got all my tools on the left side. And then we have T6 body screws. Oh boy. That's really tight. On the good side with these Kizer knives, at least this one, they sent me a complete set of screws if I stripped anything out. Boy, that one was really tight too. So, onto the paper towel. There goes one. That one wants to be difficult, but I don't think we need to take it all apart anyway. And here comes the knife apart. And tight tolerances, which is good. And yeah, it's pretty gross. It does need to be cleaned out. So we'll put that down there. Pop this off. Carefully, careful, careful, careful. And take those bearings off. Boy, yucky inside there. All right, that's good. Look at that cred. Why do I say that's good? I just mean that's good that we're cleaning it up. So, and then what I like to do, I know a lot of people like to use rubbing alcohol. I just use standard paper towels, and I use this stuff to clean. And that way, I do kind of two birds with one stone. It cleans it, and it conditions it, makes it corrosion resistant at the the same time. As you can see, this has got one of those interior stop pins that rotates in that little slot right there. So when the knife is open, it stopped there, and when it's closed, it stopped there. This is, for the price, an excellent knife. I'll get into more of that when we do the review. And Kizer, man, they're killing it, really. That looks like a detent ball ramp, but it's not, it's just wear. It has a ceramic detent ball, which you can see right there. And yucky, yucky, yucky. Lots of good interior milling. Looks pretty clean. We're gonna need more cleaner. Obviously, the ceramic bearings in a plastic sheath, so they don't really need anti-rust agent. But I find that this KPL, I mean, I use it on all kinds of stuff. It cleans stuff really good, actually. Or not KPL, EDCI, this stuff. Standoff designs. And those are tapped, which is nice, and they're shouldered. So they go into these other liner holes and they're kind of locked in, which is really nice. Keeps everything, makes it center better when your two sides of your knife can line up perfectly. Let's pop that out. D-shaped flat-sided pivot. Excellent, excellent. This other bearing up. I pull this down. And I like that they got a high polish on the liners. And that's probably why it's got such amazing action. When I used to do knife modifications for people, that's something that I would do once in a while, was I would polish their liners for them, help them improve the action of their knife. It's amazing how much it can improve it. So good things, good things. Let's look at this. So there's a flat side right there. So we're going to take our pivot screw, put it in, it goes with the flat side like that. And then we're going to get my KPL killer pivot lube. I'm gonna put a drop of oil on there. Probably too much. I know there's a lot of discussion about which way do you put your bearings. These ones here, doesn't seem like it really matters. They stick out both sides the same. So that in there like that. Then another little drop of oil. That was my cap. And we're going to put the blade back in. Make sure the seat's in there right. And then another little drop of oil. And the other bearings. Like that. And another drop of oil. That was probably too much. And we're just gonna give them a little like that. And then I like to put just a drop of oil in the detent ball hole. Maybe a little bit on there. That's probably a little too much. Let's take some of that off. I'll just put a drop on the detent ball. That'll do the trick. Then, easy peasy, right? This is actually a pretty easy knife to do. Let's see how it goes back together. What I did there is I released a little bit of tension off the liner lock to help it pop together, which it did. Let's see if we can get this round tool out. And we don't even need to Loctite it. There's still a bunch of Loctite on that screw. So, and it's blue. That's nice to see. Way better than that white permanent stuff that we get sometimes that causes issues from some makers. It really seems like Kizer has been doing a lot better. Has done a lot better in the last couple of years, especially ever since they kind of split up and some of the people went to that other Concept knives. It seems like it kind of benefited both of them. Concept started doing better. Well, Concept's been doing good since the start, but Kizer started doing better, I think. And this one's got a little bit of Loctite on it too, so we don't really need to Loctite it, which is nice. Nice. And these drivers are pretty nice. I will say they're tough. I've had them for quite a few years, actually, since I used to customize knives. Doing this through the camera or through a phone is difficult. Oh, gee whiz. All right. We got the right one? Oh, helps if you get the right one. Mr. Old Eyes. There we go. And one of the things I like about these is, at least one thing I can say good about them, is they have hardened ends on them. So they hold up really good. I have twisted several, I probably have some, I'll show you sometime, number 6 Torxes. So this came with a high gloss clip and a high gloss pivot screw, and I didn't really particularly like it, so I kind of sanded it out a little bit with some Scotch-Brite. So that's not your standard pivot screw or clip. Anyway, just a little drop that on there like that, and see how it doesn't run everywhere? Really nice. We're gonna drop that in there. And this is kind of a long, thin blade, so I'm hoping that we don't have centering issues, but if we do, I happen to have some tricks, so we could turn into a demonstration video for that. Let's just snug it. And centering looks really good. Looks like it could be just a little bit tighter. Get the right tool. Perfect. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I don't know if that's just a tolerance thing or what, because the construction isn't super special. I mean, it is nice that it's all polished up inside and everything like that, but that action is amazing, and I don't know what they do to make it like that. It's just got to be a tolerances thing. They have their tolerances dialed in, obviously. So anyway, there it is, a look inside the Kizer Domin 2.